We'll see how this video goes. This is a new phone I haven't even activated yet. And it's a rainy day here in California, so I'm shooting this in weird lighting. Hope everybody's well. So I had 2 boxes come in the mail yesterday. A Microtech Signature Series UTX-85, the Jade G10 top, the DLC blade of M390, gorgeously ground. So this is my first UTX-85. And what I'm going to do, I'll show this today. Some of these are still available. I'm going to do a Benchmade because I got this Autocrat, which I haven't done a video on. I've been using it in daily carry. This is more of a full size, like an Ultratech, the Benchmade version. And I'm going to do a comparison video, even though they're different sizes on the mechanisms, rattles, and just to give my opinions. I'm not an authority by any means on any knife, just a regular user, but especially I'm new with the OTFs. But just to my initial impressions on the 2 companies from what I've seen so far, I've really been enjoying carrying this thing, and it's been a great knife so far. This was a trade. I traded, it's brand new in box, but I traded the PM2 Tanto, from Blade HQ that dropped the DLC. I think it was a pretty fair trade. I think those are going for between $225 and $300 on the aftermarket, and I think these are $337, up to $337. What I was seeing online, and he didn't ask for anything else. He just asked for the knife. Actually, I was trying to trade for a Shaman Jade G10 satin blade, and he actually talked about this. So I think it ended up being a pretty good trade. And then the DLT Para 3 with the blade of CPM-Cruwear DLC. Purple G10. So the Microtech, I think all the Signature Series in this line with the Jade or M390, because they could either be the M390 or 204P for this year. It's 7.52 overall, blade length 3.12, the thickness is 3.23. This is taken off DLT's information, and I'm assuming it's correct. 2.9 ounces, and once again, everybody was Blade HQ sold out of stock for $382. I hadn't seen that price anywhere else. Everybody had it for $337. Most of the normal UTX-85 double edges are like between $231 to $270. And I think the Signature Series, for whatever reason, I'm just now getting into OTFs, with its limited edition. It shows the born on data and the serial number, it's a little higher. And I think, they have the carbon fiber versions, and they have it's just a limited edition version with a certain color or material. Correct me if I'm wrong, on the Signature Series in the comments. And PVK Vegas, which is a Microtech dealer, and E-Knives both still have them in stock. Most of the other vendors, I couldn't find them. They're already out of stock. I've never dealt with these, so I can't really vouch for them. And then the DLT drop on the Cruwear, I think there was between 600 and 800 pieces. I wasn't quite sure about that. The price was $164.50. I don't really like getting into statements. That's why I call my videos, my channel, Knife Video Channel. I just like to show the knives for whatever's upcoming, whatever's dropped. If it's dropped, it's for you to see the knife if you want to try to get something on the aftermarket, you know, secondary market. I don't really like making statements one way or the other, but I just have to say people need to stop complaining. These companies are putting a lot of money out there. This knife was ordered 2 years, 18 months or 2 years in advance. They didn't know how popular the PM2 was going to be. Obviously, that flew off the shelves, crashed the server. Now, what I do agree with a lot of people talking about, DLT knew that their server crashed this last time, you know, with the PM2, and they should have beefed up their server. It literally crashed immediately. I mean, literally at, I think my time was 9 o'clock. It just, boom, done. And when I got the PM2, I left, and I did something. I came back 30 minutes later. I ended up getting the knife. I kind of did the same thing with this. I wasn't just going to sit there. I'll get the knife on the secondary market. I'm a collector of the Para 3s. I have every exclusive and Sprint. I'll get the knife. I'm not going to complain about it. But I came back like at 28 or 29 minutes after the hour. They were live, and I ended up getting one, which was almost deja vu. But people are just throwing these guys under the bus. DLT is a top-notch company. They've had great customer service. I've bought some Barkeys from them, Bark Rivers, where I've done a pre-order. I've changed. I decided I didn't want that. They put it onto the next knife or whatever else I wanted in stock or another pre-order. They just always have worked with me. They're just a great company. And I just can't say enough good things about them. So I'm going to leave it at that. But people just need to stop complaining. I mean, these companies are putting a huge outlay. They're doing the best they can. If you don't get it, it's not the end of the world. I mean, when you know, the Shelby Mustangs are going for $50,000 over MSRP. You're not going to get one. Maybe 1 or 2 dealers in your county are going to have it. That's just the nature of the beast when it comes to limited edition. You know, you do your best. And to be honest with you, I don't want to jinx myself, but I've never had an issue with getting a Sprint or an exclusive. Just a little bit of diligence. You know, pay attention. Put your information in the browser. Don't use PayPal because that takes extra time. And if you don't get one after the secondary market, don't whine about it. That's just the nature of capitalism, you know. Be happy that these guys are taking the time and opportunity to make knives with Cruwear and Z-Wear and Maximid and ZDP 189, whatever else the, you know, Rex 45, the flavor of the day is. So I don't want to go too much more into that. I just wanted to vent, which I don't do very often. Man up. Don't whine. And it's not the end of the world if you don't get it. So I'll do a quick size comparison. These two are really good with each other. Kind of shows they're very similar in size. Once again, this is the Autocrat, which is more of the full size, like an Ultratech. You know, here's the Paramilitary 2 compared to those two sizes. So I'll have this video upcoming. I really like this knife. It's a nice size. I didn't think, you know, people are going, oh, if you have large hands, you're not going to like it because of the way you hold it, you know, and fire it. I have XL to double XL size hands, and this thing is not an issue at all. I mean, it's a beautiful little knife. It's actually, this one, when it sits in my pocket and I sit a certain way, I can feel it rubbing into my top of my hip, where I could already tell with this being shorter. You know, they all have their purpose. It doesn't mean if you have super large hands that you're not going to like the knife or be comfortable with it. Yeah, it doesn't come out of the palm of my hand, but a lot of knives don't do that. So I'm going to use it some more, and then I'll give a better video on the, you know, the workings of which one I think is better, Benchmade or Ultratech. So the Ultratech UTX-85 Signature Series Jade G10, the M390 DLC Double Edge, and the Para 3 G10 Purple Exclusive with CPM-Cruwear from DLT Trading.